I don't think Paladin's good at answering this right now. These guys look so cool, by the way. They look like defensive linemen in football or something. Just like these, they got like big shoulder pads, giant, scary dudes.
Hey, buddy, watch this.
Okay, this is actually a pretty good hand for stuff to do. I'm fairly excited to have proactive sort of plays where we're not constantly reacting to our opponent's stuff. Another Storm Chaser's fine. Just little speed bumps that draw me into things I care about. We did put additional spells in the pool that we don't necessarily want to draw off of our Storm Chaser. Like typically you want to find that Hag of the Scheme as soon as possible to start upgrading it. Or maybe that Earthquake. That's nice. That Earthquake to have that consistent removal. We added in Eye of the Storm and Rain of Toads into the pool that maybe you aren't quite as excited to get off your Storm Chaser. They're good in hand for your Phaoris action, which is kind of the centerpiece of the deck and stuff, but maybe still not. Gosh, we are trying all of the dudes. Sadly, that's going to go off quite successfully. Alright, that's a big old Tauren. This game needs more Taurens, so I'm excited to see that. I mean, this deck would definitely be expensive for some people. There's a lot of epics in it in particular. Not too many legendaries, but a lot of epics. Jane, dude, go for it, man. It's not offensive at all. It's awesome. I'm glad I served some sort of purpose to you. Regardless if that's an active, entertaining one or a background noise one, it's still a purpose, and that makes me happy, right? Thankfully, the attack delayed on that a little bit always. Ooh. Man, I need the Hag of the Scheme now. I don't really want to play Murloc's 5 guys. It's not good. Because they all get they still turn into a high synergy thing. You can get 2 War Leaders and just hit me just as hard, right? Hopefully he doesn't trade up into this. I would think he probably just wants to go face, and he just presumes the taunt is enough to protect his Skyclaw here. So hopefully what happens is he just smorks face. We, trade into the 3/6 and Hag at the Scheme to reset here. Plague of Murlocs is something he's trading. Oh, that's strange, I feel like. Maybe he'll value trade. Oh, sick. Okay, so we still get the clear. So that's actually better than we save damage and we still get the clear. So I suppose that's the best case scenario for us. Great news. I thought he might trade up, but it seems not. Oh, yes. Dump more dudes into our removal. Good healing for later. I do sort of wish we had a smaller scheme in a way, because we didn't necessarily need it to be that big. So, I think we're trending into a good spot here. Double air raid. Alright, Lightning Storm would address this pretty well. Spirit of the Frog is definitely something we can play, but I don't really think we need to. I think a Storm Chaser for now is sufficient. Oh my god, that Phaoris, dude. This would be the most loaded Phaoris in history. Look at this hand! Oh my god. Earthquake's fine, it'll wipe the board next turn. Keep one of these in a weird spot, but got to 915 on the sub count, guys. That is wild. Crazy stuff. Thank you, everybody, for keeping the sub count so high. Also, narrowing in very closely to 95,000 subscribers, which just sounds so insane to my brain. 95,000 subs on YouTube is coming. It's coming very soon, probably tomorrow. It will play 0-cost minion, I think, for the Plague if there was a Phaoris, is my belief. Not 100% on that, but I think that's accurate. I think we might go here. I do think this is probably a fairly early Hex target, right? I'm imagining there could be like a Tyrion, but I want to get that Hag at the Scheme in hand as soon as possible, and if I really desperately need to Hex something, I still do have the Plague of Murlocs, right? That if you dropped a Tyrion here, Plague of Murlocs would be totally fine. I would happily play Plague of Murlocs. So, Walking Fountain to regain life feels good. We might be able to drop an Eye of the Storm this game. Just a straight Eye of the Storm could be sick. Significantly better reload than Rain of Toads, I'd say. Snip Snap's not a bad Plague of Murlocs target, but it's also a pretty good Earthquake target. It's also not a bad time to maybe get this Walking Fountain down. I don't really care about chaining the Spirit of the Frog anyway. I don't have anything at 1 for the Spirit of the Frog. I don't have anything. I mean, I could get a 6 off of the Haggathas, but that seems pretty bad, right? We have so much reload that it should be fine. Let's see. What's he do now? I don't know exactly what my opponent's deck is about, by the way. I think just some kind of Highlander Paladin is what it seems to be. We haven't seen any duplicate yet, other than Sand Wasp, of course, but that doesn't count. Blood Dragon, Highlander stuff. We don't currently have a great answer to... Well, I guess Plague of Murlocs is a great answer to a Dragon Queen Alexstrasza board, so I guess we do have a pretty good answer, in fact. Do we just slam the Eye of the Storm, guys? Paladin historically could have answered this sort of thing, but I don't think this is an era where Paladin answers this all that well. I don't hate Walking Fountain either, right? We could just like trade in, kill 2 units with a Walking Fountain. I don't think Paladin's good at answering this right now. These guys look so cool, by the way. They look like defensive linemen in football or something. Just like these, they got like big shoulder pads, giant, scary dudes. It's like, oh my god, I'm getting a pass rush here. I'm running. Get me out of here. They're super, super cool looking. They're blockers. So they're actually offensive linemen. They're storm blockers. Maybe that's what it's supposed to be. Not Kansas City Ractoner, because I live in St. Louis, so Kansas City's supposed to be our rivals, even though we no longer have a football team. So I don't really care. I'm not a big NFL guy. Okay, yeah, indeed. I mean, he's going to chip through these with the Vargoth. It's a pretty good line, I'd say. But as we suspected, they are going to stick around and contest. I don't think we want to like Hagatha scheme here or anything, right? We could clear with a Hagatha scheme, but it seems a little needless. So let's just Farsight and see what we find. I don't think anything here is particularly exciting. Totemic Smash actually is pretty exciting. That's actually really good. Okay, maybe I should have attacked into a 1/1 first with the 5/2. I don't know if it really matters, though, too much. Gets the taunt out of the way for the Walking Fountain, so there's some advantage to doing it this way. But debatable. Yeah, how did... yeah, you're right. I'm certain that Eye of the Storm and Dragon's Pack came along the pipe roughly at the same time, which is an interesting question. Like, how did these 2 cards come down the pipe at the same time? I don't know that answer either at Mage. It's very strange. I guess maybe Blizzard thought Invoke was going to be more challenging than it was. They thought the condition would be harder to satisfy than it really ended up being, right? Because it hasn't ended up being all that hard to satisfy Invoke. Maybe they thought the Invoke cards were weaker than they are, which, if you look at Devoted Maniac, you can kind of see that logic, where it's like, oh yeah, maybe this was supposed to be really bad. Right? Like, really bad. Okay, I think this is enough to... And the right time, finally, to play this as well. We could go Witch's Brew, but we can wait for a later turn where there's, you know, more mana. Oh, actually, the Healing Totem not bad here at all. You know, a Plague of Murlocs into a Phaoris right now would be insane if he played like Dragon Queen Alexstrasza, right? I'd get a 10-drop, a 6-drop, a 5-drop, and a 2-drop. Only a Doomsayer would be bad, right? Can't roll a Doomsayer. There's the Tyrion, so we probably got to roll this Plague of Murlocs, unfortunately. I do wish my Walking Fountain could... Oh, interesting. Maybe I don't. Plague of Murlocs, I think it's... Now, there's maybe a better play where I Sandstorm and then Plague of Murlocs, and we both have Murlocs. And I retain this for emergencies. And then I don't give him a weapon. I actually think that's better, guys. I'm sorry. It's less fun because I don't get the heal. Oh, actually I can heal once. Yeah, this is a strictly better play. It's a strictly better play, I'm sorry. It just retains the Haggathas for value, and for a Phaoris, I guess, arguably, although I did use the 2/4s to stop that. And we still get to heal once, too, which is nice, so it's like we still get a little heal value. This guy, unfortunately, was for us. We don't have...
Almost 1 year.
Flame Strike here is pretty good, I guess, huh? Oh, he takes another Tyrion. Interesting. He does not go for the board clear. Man, I don't know. Odd Canuck, though, 11 months, man. Almost a year, yes. Yeah, dude, 7-month streak, 11-month total. That's still pretty crazy, dude. We are losing the fatigue fight here a little bit, which I guess is concerning in some ways. I don't know, though. I don't know, man. We are going to need a Phaoris to win this. I mean, Shudderwalk is not great. It's only Phaoris that makes Shudderwalk good, right? So I don't really think I want to play Spirit of the Frog because I don't want to risk. Do I ever heal these with the Witch's Brew or anything? No, I probably still save that face because we could win fatigue off that. Really need to roll my Phaoris, guys. Like really, really bad. Okay, he didn't hero power first. Does that imply he has mana to spend, or he just made a mistake? We'll find out soon, I guess. We'll find out soon. Thoughts on Tyrion for Battlegrounds? I still have not played him. I think he makes sense and he seems cool, but I haven't played him. Any NHL fans in the Regis chat? I watched the Stanley Cup last year just because my team was in it, but that's all. I'm not a fan. I've been to a few games in the past, Blues games, but... Oh, okay. Nice little reload here. Pretty impressive rush package. Now, this is arguably his worst possible hero power choice, so I'm shocked he took this. I can't imagine what the other two choices were that were worse. What would you... this would have been my last choice, almost always. I just don't know what he would have taken there. That's... What could it be, guys? What could it be?
Hey Regis, switched my name, formerly Big Trash. Hope you're having a great day.
Hey, Exo! Okay, dude. Thanks for the 300 bits, man. Gosh, it's always so hard to remember name changes, honestly, guys. I'll try. You'll have to remind me a few times, though. You'll have to remind me. Warlock hero power. I guess Warlock... I think I would take the Warlock hero power. He's ahead in fatigue and he needs resources. I think the Warlock hero power would actually be good. Rogue would be bad with his weapon, and Priest, arguably, he doesn't need much right now. So that might be the two. Mage, that could be it. I would think Rogue might still be worth it, though, because you're eventually going to run out of this weapon, and you're trying to get over the top on face damage. I don't know why totems you care about at all. You know my deck is super removal-based. Your totems are probably just going to whiff and die always. So maybe Priest in Rogue is the only explanation, but I think I still would have taken Rogue, because you only got 2 turns before the Rogue becomes good. And I don't know if totems are ever good. They're okay, I guess. But I don't think they're great, ever. So, I mean, I have to imagine my opponent's card quality is pretty low at this point. We got through 2 Tyrions. He hasn't hit a Dragon Queen. He has played a Zephrys. He has played a Finley. That's pretty strong, actually. Okay. A pain to deal with. Surely he kills the 1/1. No, he's gonna go face and let me attack into that. Okay. Seems risky. Particularly with a lightning storm. He can pick totems. Why did he pick taunt? Yeah, I don't know if he was gonna play the Pharaoh's Blessing anyway. He could have gotten any other totem that had upside, right? That is indeed odd. Use hero power before storm. Why? We already have the... We already have that. We can't get another one, so... Shouldn't matter, right? I think we can go ahead and use one of these twice, just while we have some mana to spare. Just heal basically to full. Prismatic Lens is a Paladin card. Yes, yeah. It would be sick in this deck if we could run it. Oh my god. Yeah, it would be so good in this deck. Didn't really matter. Why not heal the fountain? Maybe we should have, actually. It still would have gone down to 4 again, but I mean that. Yeah, maybe we should. I think we probably should have. Yeah, I think we should have healed the fountain. Yeah. The reason I didn't is because I didn't think about it, but I think indeed it was probably the right decision. Yeah. All right, let's just get this in the pool. Overload 1 though does stop my Phaoris if I top deck it, so I don't know if I can do that. Maybe we actually just play. Do we ever play Spirit of the Frog and just slam the Witch's Brew to hit a 3-drop here? I don't care about Lightning Storm's the problem, but I could draw both if I want to waste my healing.
When I saw this deck being crafted, IWASNT too much of a fan, thought it DIDNT tourney.
Why is she reading so weird?
Aggro decks. The idea is growing on me right now, though.
I guess I don't really want to fatigue faster anyway, so never mind. I think we just hero power pass. Do we trade in here or not? I don't see the advantage. I think we wait. Okay, so we could take 5 here, but that's not a big deal. We don't care about taking 5. We burn a weapon charge, which is nice if we do, so that's good. This might be the Dragon Queen finally, but we have Hag of the Scheme, so we should be able to always just wipe Dragon Queen Alexstrasza. It's at 12 with spell damage. Tiamat is not that big a deal. We may have to Hag of the Scheme though, I wonder. Which means I don't have a good answer to Dragon Queen if I do, right? Oh, baby, finally. But the problem is now, I don't know if I can play the Phaoris now because I leave 22 damage on board and I give him lethal outs. I think we have to hag at this scheme. The problem is if we do, we lose a Phaoris minion and we don't have an answer to Dragon Queen Alexstrasza if he high rolls it. If I play Eye of the Storm, it just gets owned by the Tiamat, right? It kills 2 of them, and then I'm overloaded, and then I have an even worse Phaoris. So bad. I think I have to hag this in hope that he does not top deck his Dragon Queen Alexstrasza. If he top decks his Dragon Queen Alexstrasza right now, I think we actually have a good chance of losing this game. I need him to have a weak turn. It's a 1 in 7. If he hits it, I don't know if this will be enough. Like, I mean, Eye of the Storm's a little better against the Alexstrasza board sometimes, but not always. I think we just have to trust that he doesn't hit his Alex. That's not an Alex. It's just a 1 in 7 we play towards, right? And now we get to Phaoris, a much better Phaoris. Hopefully we do hit not the minion here. Oh my god, we would have been dead! Leroy would have killed us, guys! Oh my god. Okay, we hit the rated toads. That's fantastic. So we have 6, 2, and 10 in the pool. That's 3 minions plus Phaoris puts us at 4. We should be totally fine here to do this, even if we don't. I mean, honestly, though, Sandstorm Elemental is pretty legit right now. But the problem is if I don't get ahead on stuff, then the Alex beats me again, right? I got to get ahead on stuff. So let's just get ahead on stuff. Like I said, this summons 3 dudes for 7 total minions on board. Well, it was not great. I mean, there's a small chance we're dead if he somehow summons enough stuff. I think 11 and 4 is 15. Oh, God. Yeah. We didn't hit a taunt or anything. There's a chance we're dead. This is already 16. If he has anything that summons 2 or more minions, I'm dead. No way. Oh, my God. But I have to play this because otherwise Alexstrasza beats me because I can't ever catch up to the Alex. Oh, my God. I think he should go face, but then we can just switch his brew back and we're fine. Oh, thank God it's only 1 minion. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo! He decides to hold the attack here. That is something, dude. So now we can just start trading in and healing and we should be totally fine, right? Alrighty. I think we just value trade here, don't we? Like, we don't really care. We play the Witch's Brew, and I think it's just GG, right? So now we have enough board to potentially trade well into Alex stuff. We can just play Shutterwalk again for a big-time reload. We can always Haunting Visions into like hexes and stuff too. Also, we just have a lot of damage, so punish him hard. No, I feel like I could have got punished almost. I think we made the right play still, but woo, God, it's just, you know, he had outs is what's scary. Like Alex would have beat us for sure because of the buff. Like, man. These both feel pretty solid. I like having Farsight for the proactive lines, and Lightning Storm we can work with. Storm Chaser also fantastic. My Hearthstone deck tracker is currently having a stroke trying to load my stats panel. Sorry guys, I know things aren't looking awesome here. Yeah, that was a 25-minute, 20-turn game. Good lord. Good lord. Yeah, that was only the first game. Yeah, it took so long. It seemed like we were playing for years. Man. Okay. Yep, Farsight feels great here. Hopefully we hit something high rolly. We definitely play the Farsight again, so we might as well, right? Ancestry Healing's pretty insane on Walking Fountain. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, Elementary Reaction I think is unlikely to connect, so. Witch's Brew is not the role. We wanted, like, Phaoris, right? We wanted, you know, something big and nasty. Shutterwalk, Walking Fountain, Earthquake, any of the big boys. Witch's Brew is pretty useless Farsight. So that's I'd say a pretty weak Farsight. It helped me move through the deck a little faster, which I guess is always welcome, but really not that strong. Do we have to go ahead and Lightning Storm, guys? I wouldn't normally, but given that these are buffed, I think I might. I would normally here probably just play the Storm Chaser and hope for the best. I guess we do have a lot of healing in hand, and we can definitely wipe that stuff anyway, unless it gets magnetized. But
I wonder.
oh boy, I don't know. I wish I could kill the 2/3 guaranteed, right? That's the problem. It's 50-50 on the 2/3. I think I still play the Storm Chaser here. It trades into minions a little bit. We still have Lightning Storm next turn. We don't take a huge hit or anything in the meantime. And the Lightning Storm can always get better, right? I think it's unlikely these gain health. I don't think he's going to magnetize. He does have like Lotrons and stuff, but the odds of having one low, because we didn't see one earlier, we would have expected to have seen it already, I think. Does Glowtron get buffed off the Sword of Justice if you magnetize it? I don't think so, right? Like, it doesn't buff 2/4, right? It magnetizes 1/3 still. But I don't know that. I actually don't know. Okay, that's adding to my Lightning Storm value, thank God. Although, maybe, we don't know, honestly. We actually don't know, because it's 50-50, yeah. Those are great Lightning Storm targets, though. It's great news. Oh, God. Oh, God. The side quest is going to punish me hard, though, if I don't hit spell damage. Oh, shoot. You got it done. Oh, I want to build this deck, by the way. This is our next deck on the list. Oh, shoot. You guys called it. You guys called it. What is supposed to give them +1/+1? Only if he finishes it, which at 4 mana didn't seem especially likely. Oh, I regret it, though, now. But we'd still be in a little bit of a pickle, right? Because if we had Lightning Stormed, he'd still have a 4/4 and 2 2/2s on board. And I wouldn't have had a 3/4 to contest that other guy. So I don't know that it would have gotten... I don't know that it would have gotten much better. We can always go play Murlocs and try to Lightning Storm again next turn, but I think we try to roll spell damage here in Lightning Storm. We're still going to clean up, maybe a couple dudes. And, man, though, I tell you what, though, the Overload here means I don't really have anything good to do next turn either. Do I have to play Murlocs? The damage almost always goes down unless he rolls a War Leader.
Little time.
Let's just see what we find. I think it's Plague of Murlocs then, right? This could get worse, honestly. This could get worse. It didn't. Okay, perfect. That's a low roll if I've ever seen one. Okay, great. He doesn't have a Murloc probably to proc this, except for maybe Sir Finley himself, so that's not going to create a chain of problems. Low health on everything, low attack damage. We saved like 4 or 5 damage. We still have a Lightning Storm set up for this turn, which is pretty nice.
Treasure? Loot? What more can I ask?
Oh man, that doesn't get buffed, thank God. This is a good Lightning Storm all of a sudden. And yeah, Spirit of the Frog is fine. We'll move through the deck a little faster. We do overload a lot for next turn, so we aren't probably going to have a very good play next turn. But it doesn't matter because we're dealing with problems, right? Sadly, this lives. So a little bit of extra chip damage. We have 5 mana next turn. Probably not doing much of anything. Maybe playing like a Hex. I would love to see like a Pharaoh's Blessing on this. Just give me the good Hex, Hex gives me a Hagatha scheme as well, which is important. We need to get a Hagatha scheme soon and start upgrading it ASAP.
Let me light the way.
I mean, I guess that's a Hex target. It's not really what I was expecting, but it's not bad. It's really not a bad Hex target, I guess. It's pretty big. I do wish I had another wideboard spell, though. I'd rather have, like, a Lightning Storm or something almost, but... We definitely need to make sure we can clear this stuff soon. So Earthquake's up next turn. I could go for, like... I don't know. This is fine. Get the Haggard scheme going, right? I don't think we ever Ancestral Healing this. It's too good on Walking Fountain. So next turn might be a Walking Fountain turn, it might be an Earthquake turn, it just depends on what my opponent does and how big their stuff is, right? Recurring Villain! I love this deck, dude! He's got so much buff stuff in here that I would never play, for the record, but I still think it's really, really fun. Silent Peanut, thanks for the 4-month streak, sir! Thanks for the 4-month streak. So Earthquake will bring this back, is a little bit of a problem, right? So we could maybe just go Walking Fountain instead, clear off the 2/2s, Ancestral Healing it back up to full so that it kind of denies the board. I think that's the move. The healing is fine anyway, right? So the Earthquake can always try to use later. Okay, so this is 7 showing. I wouldn't be shocked to see a Tyrion here, but we got a Hex for that. That'd be fine. I would probably expect him to trade into this, try to kill it. At least soften it up a little bit, right? So we're buying ourselves some time, which is nice. I think this is probably always going to come back. I don't know if I can stop that, really. I'd have to Hex it, and we don't want to waste the Hex on it. I need to save the Hex for something else. So it looks like Earthquake is going to own here. Now, this will come down to a... Earthquake's going to kind of waste our Walking Fountain, though. Could try to Witch's Brew it and get there. Because really, this Hack of the Scheme is not bad. Could Hack of the Scheme, it clears everything. Then we Witch's Brew here. Because we don't need healing. Goes up to 4/6. Oh no, it dies. Oh, I gotta Witch's Brew it first, but that's fine. Yeah, I think I like that, actually. I think I like that. That's actually pretty good. It saves the Earthquake, which is nice. Still resets all the stuff, and it lets me deal with this guy. If I want to. Do I want to deal with this guy, or do I want to deal with these two instead? They're going to buff this if... Well, I mean, let's think about it, right? This goes to... It hasn't attacked, so I can kill that. And put my guy back to 4/5. I guess I kill it. I think I can kill it. Right? Just in case there's any shenanigans afoot, right? I don't want shenanigans afoot. And then I still retain this guy, which trades well into these. Now, these do apply some buffs and stuff, right? It's a little bit of a risk, but that's okay, I guess. They are mechs too, which is a little bit of a risk. But I think the other guy was more annoying and more likely to get buffed, right? So those still don't actually trade very well right now. He needs one more thing to make them trade, but then he's out of cards too, so... I think we're in a pretty good spot regardless. By the way, Walking Fountain has been OP in this deck. Really freaking good. So he's just going to hold. I think I like the hold, actually. It makes a lot of sense. It does make my Lightning Storm absolutely bonkers, though. Honestly, Hacking the Scheme's good, too, but I don't need it, so there's no need to it, I think. I think we just Lightning Storm and Rain of Toads and hit face for 8, right? We're pretty happy campers. We do overload ourselves like 1 billion if I go for the Rain of Toads. So there is a world where maybe we just hero power so that we're not overloaded by 5 next turn. But I have the Hack of the Scheme as a play regardless, or the Hex. So I think we're fine to just go and create some counter pressure. We need to just end before too long, right? Since we have 2 decent plays that are kind of oppositely aligned, 1 AoE and one single target removal, I think this works out okay. From an overload standpoint. Scheme so good. Scheme is actually insane, yeah. Yeah, this deck already feels good, and Fist of Ra-Din is still on the way, so it could get even better, which would be pretty insane. Do we just wipe again? It's sort of overkill, but I still have the Earthquake, and all my stuff lives, right? So I just hit the face really, really hard. It does leave me very exposed to like a Consecration top deck, but I don't think he's running that in a really tokeny deck, right? I think we just wipe. I think we just go again. The math is kind of ridiculous. I'm surprised he didn't concede, to be honest, but maybe he has some outs here. It's sort of silly, man. Alright. I have so many ways to answer his stuff. He must be so frustrated. Every time he gets a reload, it's just like, nope, 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 nope. Do I get to play minions? Nope. Am I going to lose? Yep. Are you going to clear my board? Yep. Am I going to hit #1 legend? Nope. So we've only hit the one Phaoris. I mean, it was a winning Phaoris, which is nice, but I'd like to see more Phaoris action for sure. Druid might be a deck that's pretty susceptible to Phaoris, but we also might have a harder time clearing Druid boards. Just a lot of reloads, right? They just keep coming at you. If it's token, if it's like big beast, we may not have enough hexes, and particularly we can't target those big beasts, so we would need gigantic Hagatha schemes and lots of stall, which we do have a little of, so let's find out what we're dealing with. Well, we don't know yet. No indicators so far. Not quest, I guess, we know. Sure, just the hero power. No Breath of Dreams. Maybe tells a tiny little bit, I guess. Ooh, it's actually 10 mana now. That's pretty good. That's something that we will probably play on 7, right? Like, just to get a gigantic board. Oh, Witching Hour the Frog? That's true. We do disrupt their Witching Hour pool, but they can still make a lot of big boys. I don't know if it's quite that simple. So Crystal Merchant, I mean, could go in a lot of things. I still don't really think... Oh my god, this is actually insane. Oh, I don't know if we're going to be able to save for that or not, but that's actually kind of nuts. I'm not really going to be playing a spell this turn. Lightning Storm could kill the Crystal Merchant, but I don't think the Overload's worth the price. I was hoping to find something to do this turn, right? Like maybe a Plague of Murlocs could be played. Maybe a Rockbiter weapon or just something, right? Ancestral Healing's not worth it. So I think we just take the... I think Rain of Toads is probably better because I still think this deck is likely to be aligned in a big fashion and stalling out like big taunts until, say, like a Hag of the Scheme clears 5 of them could be pretty cool. So, okay, Breath of Dreams. But no ramp? Oh no, it did hit the ramp. So, we got some kind of dragon showing up here, it looks like, maybe. Ferocious Howl means not drawing an additional card off the Merchant, which is cool. Killing my dude, though, which is sad. Yeah, we're making some real turns here, team. Some real turns. This is some real talk turns. I don't yet have a Hex, which is very scary, I think. Could easily see a big unit already right now. Yeah, Executus, I'm glad to hear it's not me, not only me. I don't want to Rain of Toads because I want to play that Eye of the Storm on 7, but I just have nothing to do. I can't use my Hagatha scheme yet. Oh my god. I mean, I might Earthquake next turn as well, right? Because this is actually pretty sick if I hold this to 10. So there may be an Earthquake if it lines up on the minions being played. If there's like an evasive Draconid that hits the board or something, right? It's going to be hard to pass up an Earthquake. Taunt Totems here is good. Saves me some life. That's not an Earthquake target, so I think we maybe just go Eye of the Storm. Now it does only leave me with 5 mana the following turn, which again really limits my pool. And it doesn't trade especially well here. Could try to roll spell damage Hagathas, but I think we have to save the Hagathas, right? I just feel like this is a game-winning play against Druid if I make it right. Like, Druid cannot deal with 6 5/6s. But what do I do in the meantime, right? I have no plays in the meantime.
Welcome! Boys, make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
Taint, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, man. Welcome, welcome. We're at 917 on the sub count. It's beautiful. Earthquake is okay. It's definitely okay, but it's not good. And, I mean, I could overload this turn and just play the Stall Toads, and next turn we'd have 5 mana, which is really not enough. I think we probably just have to play Eye of the Storm.
Welcome!
I think we just have to.
Boys, make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
They're all bad plays. Nothing lines up well. I'm worried if I wait till 10 on this. Oh, interesting. My thought is if I wait till 10 on this, we might end up in a spot where he just has such a big board that he trades down over it anyway, and I don't even have a chance to compete, right? So let's just get it now while it at least, you know, addresses the board a little bit. If I wait too long and I have to deal with a gigantic set of stuff, then we can't win anyway. There's still good Electro lines, obviously. Electro can do some work with Earthquake, and
They grow
not bad with Rain of
so
Toads.
fast.
This deck is so greedy, dude. It's so greedy. This is the greediest guy on planet Earth, man. I tell you what, dude. This guy is full of greed. He is greed central over here. Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't have good lines again, guys. This deck is so greedy. Oh, my God. So greedy. Rusty Nails, thanks for the 20 months, man. Like I think I still have to save this. I think it's just too much of a game winner later. I think we're probably just taking a bit of a pass turn here. I don't want to overload off the Sandstorm because there could be some important breakpoints like Electro Toads, Earthquake Hero Power, etc., etc. So I think we just hit the button and we just trade over a 4-8, right? It's not great. It's sure not great. Ooh, if this Wrath of Air Totem were to live, that would be delightful. I need my opponent to overcommit a little more, right? They haven't really committed a lot of resources to the board ever in one turn where I just wipe things. Which, I mean, they're smart. They're spreading out resources. That's obviously a very sensible thing to do. Makes a lot of sense. I get it.
No more niceties.
Swipe times 2, maybe? Here? Oh, resilience. Okay, this might be a turn we have to clear stuff, because... Oh, just a Crystal Merchant, though. Pretty low roll. Still a lot of pressure, though, for me. I mean, Earthquake now does address everything, though, because of the spell damage here. So we could also Phaoris next turn. Hopefully, I think we have to hope there's not a big reload here that hits, right? And then I can Phaoris safely, because I do have a pretty sick Phaoris still. Couple 6, a 5... No, 3 6-drops and a 5-drop. That's very likely to taunt as well, which is pretty important. So this does 6 and then 2, right? Or does it not work that way? Does it actually retain the... It does do 6 and 2. But still enough. Taunt Totem is actually kind of cool, because if he does play big stuff, this might help slow it down a little bit. I'm wishing we had like 24 health, right? Instead of like 15. This feels like 2 big minions could maybe kill me, right? Oh boy. It's precisely what's gonna be played, it seems. That's 13, right? And I have 15. So, you know, a swipe now if Phaoris does not hit a taunt. Or a... We did get another minion though, which is nice for the Phaoris. I could go Walking Fountain, double trade, Sandstorm to clear the Winged Guardian, but I don't think it's worth it. I think I just have to roll a taunt here. I'm very likely to roll taunt, and this gets me the opportunity to swing the board back my way, right? We could also just go hack at the scheme and clear this stuff. I know there's ways to clear it, but I don't think that's a winning game. I think we always start falling behind on board if we do that. I think we have to create counter pressure to stay in the right spot. To make sure we don't keep falling behind. We did not roll the taunt, and in fact, we rolled lethal for our opponent.
I feel fortunate to have witnessed this.
Even just 1 would have actually technically kept us alive on board, but we rolled 2. We rolled 2.